Here we have a new 2024 Chevrolet Malibu. This one comes in the 2LT trim level with the Midnight Edition package. Mosaic black metallics the paint, and then we have jet black leather interior. For the powertrain, we get a 1.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. That's mated to a continuously variable transmission. So there are talks of getting rid of the Malibu, and now we don't really know for sure. But as we come around to the front end here, I love the 2LT front end because you get the LED headlamps, LED daytime running lights. It's just a very, very beautiful front end. And with the mosaic black metallic mixed with the Midnight Edition, I just love how everything is blacked out. And then that's our sensor for the adaptive cruise control, because this one has a driver confidence and cruise package as well. It's like $1,000, but I'll show you on the window sticker here in a minute. Now, as part of the Midnight Edition, we do get the 19-inch gloss black aluminum wheels here, which look fantastic. And then we do have passive keyless entry on the front doors, memory seat functions, power door locks, power windows, power mirrors, Bose sound system. Hood release is there. We get a manual tilt and telescoping steering wheel. And here's our power driver seat, two-way power lumbar support. But I have that seat up front, except for someone of my size being 6'3" with longer legs. But before we check out the legroom in the back, big shout out to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for letting me review this car today. I'll leave a link below in the description. But sticker price $35,360. Really not bad in my opinion for what you get. I had a 16 Malibu Premier, I think. That's stickered for $37 or something. And it certainly didn't have LED headlamps. So I'm glad this is still relatively affordable, at least in today's market. But there's a legroom there. I like to have my seat back a little bit, but when I had one of these, it was known for being pretty spacious back here, as well as having a pretty comfortable ride. That was one of my favorite things, was having that 120 volt 3-prong plug-in there, USB-A input, and then a 12 volt. There's a view of the front from back here. And that's the sunroof with the sunshade all the way up. Middle seat folds down, bottle holders, top tethers for car seats. Now I would like these to be LED bulbs, but that should be an easy swap. And I love having the bigger grab handles where you can hang full-on uniforms if you want to from the roof there. But as we make our way to the back, with the 2LT, you do get the updated tail lights. So those are LED tail lamps there. Just a nice design, along with being nice and bright when you hit them. And great cargo space back here. Pull either side of these to release the seat for the second row. And then this has a tire inflator kit, but you can put a spare in there if you want. There's the exhaust there. As we come around to the rear passenger side, fuel filler's there. And then when the seat's released, you can pull down here and that'll fold flat. And I've always just loved these cars because they're so practical. I've had two of them in 2016 model years, and they were just so practical for what I used them for. The fuel economy, especially with the 1.5, was fantastic. And then the luxury you got with the Premier, especially buying it used, you couldn't beat all that you had. But I mean, these have always just been nice cars in my opinion. Specifically when they dropped these in 2016, they were revolutionary. And it just kind of showed the sedans didn't have to be hideous. But here we have that 1.5 turbo 4 packed in there. Let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. Yeah, I have the seat way too far back anyway. But leather wrap steering wheel here. There's the horn. We can heat the wheel there. Now to the screen, we get AM, FM, XM, Bluetooth audio, wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto compatibility. Navigation screen is here, pretty easy to use. Just type in a keyword or address. You can use voice recognition as well. And then your settings in here, you can change your language. And then vehicle settings, you have a rear seat reminder, buckle to drive, and teen driver. And then we have dual zone automatic climate controls. So you can control them from the screen or from the buttons and knobs down here below with your 3-stage heated, cool front seats. Auto stop toggles here, hazards are there. And volume can be adjusted here, click to mute or hold to power the whole system down. And you do have your phone functions here, and it does show you when the wireless charging pad is actually charging your phone. So I'll show you that where that is in a minute. Backup cameras here. Pretty good picture. The guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. Your auto mode for the AC is right here. I forgot to mention that. But down here, SD card reader for the navigation, USB-C, USB-A, aux input, 12 volt. This one does have the self-parking assistant, parking sensor toggle, traction control toggle there. And then for the shifter, pull this lever, reverse neutral drive, and you have your limiter, and you can manually shift there. It'll tell you what gear you're in that bottom left-hand corner of the digital gauge cluster. And then your electronic parking brake, pull up to engage, hit the brake, press down and disengage, excuse me. Bottle holders, there's that charging pad right there. Center console cubby spaces here. Now we do have the LED reading lights for the front. Sunshade buttons there. You can tilt or slide this power sunroof. So there's the tilt there, and then you can slide. And I like that it goes all the way back. I've always loved that about this roof. You can one-touch close that. So there's a look at the rear seat from up here as that shuts. Vanity mirror. Now back to the steering wheel. Behind on the left side, you have your track list or radio station favorites that you can toggle. And then on the right side, volume up or down there. You have auto high beams, which you can turn on or off here. Blinkers, high beam toggles there. And then you have your intermittent wipers, one time off, intermittent low high. You can adjust that intermittent frequency here, then pull up for that front wiper fluid. Now to the right side of the actual steering wheel, your cruise controls here. And that's with, like I said, you have that driver confidence and cruise package, which gives you that adaptive cruise control. You can adjust the gap for that, as well as your forward collision alert right there. And then your lane keeping assist is right there. Mute, voice recognition, and then these 4 arrows go through your gauge cluster. So I'll just show you. It's pretty self-explanatory, but go to options to go to your units. You can change that. And then you can also scroll down to your display theme as well as your info pages. And you can decide what's shown there. But then once you're in the actual info pages, you can go scroll through that with the arrows up or down there. Push button start. Key fob with remote start. And next, let's go ahead and take this 2024 Malibu 2LT out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Malibu 2LT, the 1.5 turbo 4 has pretty good power in this car for what it is. It's not the 2-liter turbo, it's not the best, but it gets the job done. And then you also have 28 miles per gallon city, 36 highway. But this has just always been a really good commuter car. There was a forward collision alert, just slammed the brakes on me. That guy pulled out in front of me. But anyways, it's always been a really good commuter car, as well as kind of like a fleet car, if you will, because they're cheap on gas, relatively cheap to maintain, and they're just roomy. So we have the adaptive cruise on here. Lane keeping system is on. Now we don't have lane centering here, but I mean, for a 35 grand car, I'm okay with this. Even with these bigger 19-inch wheels, the ride is stellar. It's nice and solid. It's relatively smooth. It doesn't float down the road, but it's very comfortable. A nice, just normal ride here. And we're getting 36 miles per gallon going on longer road trips. It's nice to have that. But sound acoustics in here are very nice. This just feels like, I feel like this car is slept on a lot because it's very luxurious, especially for a car under 40 grand. You have leather here. I don't know how much of it is actual leather, but that doesn't really matter. It feels like real leather. Heated, cooled seats, automatic climate controls, navigation, a sunroof. And then with this one having the adaptive cruise. Now, one thing I don't see is blind spot monitors, which I find interesting, but okay. It has pretty much everything else. Now with the CVT, it's not as fun to drive, but it is much more efficient. We're not having to worry about shift points and whatnot. But I miss having the 6-speed in these than having the 8 and 9-speed in the Malibus that had the 2-liter turbo 4s. But when it comes to maintaining these vehicles, as long as you go by the manufacturer's suggested maintenance schedule, you should be good with the engine and the transmission. And I always say in my Chevy of Murfreesboro reviews that they do offer a lifetime powertrain warranty, just because that kind of helps if you are worried that something like that might happen. Now, it follows you when you purchase a vehicle new or used in certain instances. So I mean, if you plan on keeping this car 300,000 miles and let's say the turbo goes out or the engine goes out or something like that, you have that coverage available to you. But I mean, there's a reason they offer that. It doesn't happen very often. So I'm not seeing a lot of Malibus that have engines that have blown in them, transmissions that have gone out in them. Of course, if they have, they probably haven't been maintained correctly. But I mean, I just really like these cars because, as I said earlier, they're nice inside and out, comfortable to ride in, drive, and just extremely practical from the fuel economy you get to just the ease of driving, the comfort. And it does feel like a premium luxury car when you get them in the LT with leathers, the 2LTs, the older ones, the Premiers. And that's why they've always had a special place in my heart, at least, because I just always felt like these could be more expensive. They just feel like a Lexus to me, and that's just my opinion. Now, there are some things that you're missing there, but in terms of just having leather interior, heated, cooled seats, navigation, all the comfort as well as the technology, but you can get that for under 40 grand in a car that I think looks just as good. But with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2024 Chevy Malibu in the 2LT trim level.